Good evening, everybody. This is Robert Stone from Webmasters Post. Tonight, Holly Starks-Cooper is here to explain advanced GSA strategies and the tricks she's learned over the years. You're in for quite a treat. And then we also have Rolly Ryan, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with him, and we're very glad to have him as a special guest. Let me turn it over to you, Holly.
I need Tony to give me presentation mode. Or are you, Robert? One of you two.
All right.
Thanks, man. All right, so this webinar should be a pretty brief one. I need to turn down my volume on my TV quick. So basically today's webinar is going to go over GSA, the advanced options, and a couple tricks that for importing your URLs that maybe you guys don't know. We also have Rolly here, who's going to talk a little bit about how he does his GSA, and that should really cover what we're going to cover today, and then we'll do some question and answers. I just wanted to show you something quick before we actually got into the advanced. So I just put these Hangouts, these Hangouts together like literally 32 minutes ago, and I did these because basically just to show you if you wanted to take over any niche in any, easy, medium, hard, whatever it was, if you have a big list of keywords, you can just put your keyword, your phone number, your keyword, and it's going to start taking over. This is just 2 I did, and I think I did maybe 3 of them, and let's see if there's any on the bottom. So that's 2 of them. Let me just look up Arizona Attorney and see if any of that one came in too. So that one came a little bit lower. A little bit lower, but there's 2 of them that come in. So if I wanted to take over this niche completely on the first several pages of YouTube, I would just take my keyword list that I have for attorneys, and there's 229 of them, and where's my calculator? 229 divided by 2 keywords for each video. So it would make 114 YouTube Hangouts, and I would either offer it to an attorney, offer the channel, not the Levi channel because that's a test channel, I would put it on a separate channel. I would either offer it to him, or I would just sell him all the leads. So that's just something I wanted to share with you guys. If you can think big, this is one way to think big. Do a Hangout for 2 keywords plus the phone number, and you're going to take over. So I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to put 115 up tomorrow, and we'll probably check it tomorrow night's webinar. Otherwise, we'll check it again on Saturday's webinar to see. And I'm a little hoarse today, so if I don't talk for like 30 seconds or something, I'm muting myself so I don't cough in your guys' ears. Okay, so I wanted to just show you that before we got into it. Okay. So in the advanced template you guys should have downloaded, this is called the Ultimate Ranking template, and this is GSA tiers 1, 2, and 3. You don't have to use all the tiers. It's kind of sometimes overkill to use all tiers, but I put them in there so if you wanted to. So if you click on tier 1, contextual to money site, you click edit. It tells you what to put into the URL. So let's just do one. Some people ask me how I keep organized. This is one way. I have a spreadsheet. And on the spreadsheet, I name it AC because it's air conditioning Hangout bio. So these would be all the websites that I'm trying to rank for. And these are the YouTube videos, which is a Hangout. And then over on this one where it says frame width, those are all the embed code. So I keep it all organized. I have the phone number, so when I start to do my linking and my titles, then I already have it all in one file. Okay, so we'll pick North Miami. And you go to Edit, Clear, and you just put your keyword in there. Or I mean your website in there. The money site keywords are going to be the exact keywords that you want to rank for. And
Holly, can I interrupt
I
for a
have it
minute?
on one of my servers.
We have several people. We have several people
Yeah,
saying
go
they
ahead.
can't hear a thing. May I ask? Can everybody hear it at all? Okay, we're getting yeses now. All right. So it's just a problem with a couple of people. All right. Let me let you go, Holly.
Okay. I just have to go into my server and pull off the keywords that I wanted quick. Spun keyword. It's right there. And I'm just going to copy over to 217. All right, so I'm going to open up it with Notepad and view it with Word Wrap. So the keyword I'm going to switch, actually it has North Miami, but if it didn't, I would just highlight it, Control H, and I would put something like Hollywood. And then I click Replace All. This is 98 were replaced, okay? So that's what I would normally do, but since it's already in there, I copy and paste it. And I do that for the anchor. And I click on Test, and you can see the keyword is that. And the anchor text is taken from the secondary anchor. Okay. So then the next options are down here where it says secondary anchor %. Use the keyword that you would like your page getting ranked for. So I just use a spin text, and same thing for the LSI. Now, some people are going to do this a little bit different. They're going to have your main keywords and the keywords and the anchor text and your secondary and your LSIs. But because I have so many keywords, I don't want to split it up because I don't want to spend the time to split it up, so I just put it in all of them. And this is secondary. So secondary is at 40%, LSI is at 30%, and generic is at 10%. And then try to use domain anchor text with main anchor. And I used to have the branded anchor text in there. But we don't want, let me see, branded, does it say? So you could do branded also. I'm not going to right now. And you can also do domain as anchor text if you want to. So, I mean, that's some options that you guys can do. You can put your anchor text variation if you want it all capital or all small letters. It's kind of, you know, just mess around with it. Okay, so then you put your website title. I use my anchor keywords. My category, I click on edit and then delete out what's in there. And I import my category file, which is just general miscellaneous. And click OK. And then description. I'm going to go pull off. I don't have it on here. I'll pull off my description file. Okay. I open it with Notepad, and there's my description. For the websites, you know, you're going to want to have a good couple paragraphs, but for this example, I'm just going to use a regular article that I have. But you're going to want like an article that makes sense because it's for a website ranking. You put in your description. Okay. Now, these are just for contextual. So if you right-click and click check none, and then right click again and check they use, okay, where's it at? Hey, Rolly, did they take that out?
What are you looking for?
The one that says just contextual links.
No,
No
you had
follow,
1, 2, 3,
use,
4, 2 more down, 3 more down.
that uses no keywords?
No, no contextual links. So you have to check. Where to submit first.
But I want the article and the wikis.
Yeah.
And the social.
Yeah. Now, if you right click, and if you click that uses no contextual links, it will only keep article, social, and wikis that use contextual links.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, they changed that to do that backwards.
It didn't used to be like that, right?
Right. You used to be able to check.
I haven't. Yeah.
Only use contextual links. Yeah. Now they have it backwards.
Yeah. Okay. Then go to Article Manager. We click Edit. Actually, I click Delete. And then click Add. Enter manually. I put in my title and my keywords. And click OK. And you're going to want to put in several articles, like 50 articles. And then do not submit the same article more than one time. Your options, you're going to pause the project after 70 submissions reached in one day. Ask all services to fill CAPTCHAs. Make sure it says choose random. Verified links must have exact URLs. And I have a custom time as 1400 minutes and re-verify it at 1400 minutes. This is default, so you won't have to change that. Always try to place a URL with anchor text and description, and I'm going to check continuously, try to post, even if it failed before. I'm not going to be scraping, so I can right-click, check none. Add stop words to your query with 20%. And if you're going to use your global list, which global list means identified, submitted, and verified. So if you're going to use my verified list that I sent, you click on that, and you just have verified selected. If you're going to be importing URLs, then you don't have it selected at all. If you're going to be importing identified, you also can click identified. So it just depends upon how you're going to be doing your list. For this, I'm not going to use global list. I'm going to show you how to import. If you click this analyze and post to competitor backlinks, it slows your GSA down to a ridiculous amount. It's not needed to do that at all. I don't check allow posting on same site again. The filters, I check skip sites with more than 50 outgoing URLs. And then I make sure all these are checked. I just right click and I click check all. And I skip sites where the following words appear. Okay, then email verification. You click delete to take out what's in there. And these are website ones, so you're going to want to do Hotmails. And to add your Hotmails, you just click add and then enter manually. I have a program called let me see if it's loading. It's called Account Creator. Here it is. I bought it from the GSA forum it must have been probably a year ago now. It works okay for me. I can't use proxies. I don't know if proxies don't work very many. So what it does, it makes you can only make, I think, 3 Hotmails per IP a day. I don't know if that's right, but I think it is. So the number of emails is 10, and then it's going to create 10 aliases for that one email. So you're going to end up getting 30 emails, basically. And then you just click on this run up here. And then it tells you the current process you're doing. And I think I bought that for maybe, I don't know, maybe $50 or something. And you can see there it's registering, and it does CAPTCHA and all that stuff. You got to put your CAPTCHA in tools. So this is, an easy way to get emails. And then I have it saved into a file. List of emails. Okay, so then I would just pull out the email, put an email there. Then it goes down there and pull out the password. And the password goes down there. And we'll test it because it's probably old. Yeah, that one's old. So if you get some, newer ones in there, you can test it. It'll tell you if it's good or bad, okay? You want to have delete all messages and delete messages older than 5 days. And then notes is just when you created it. If you duplicated it, it'll say duplicated. Okay. I'll just stick some emails in there just to let me enter out. Okay. Then basically you just go through it and you change it what it tells you to change it. This will tell you money site keywords, whatever, the secondary LSI. You do everything the same. Your description and your anchors all the same. You're going to have different options because different stuff is checked for each one. Like this one has Web 2.0s where the first one didn't. The Web 2.0s are sometimes they don't always register, so kind of depends if you're using search engines. If you're not, I would not keep it. I would deselect it personally. If you have search engines, you can give it a try and see if it works for you. That one is linking to Tier 2. If you go over here, you can see which one it links up to by that little arrow, and then this arrow links up to that one. So you can tell which one is linking to, which one it's backlink. You're backlinking to backlinking to backlinking. I think it's 3 tiers is what I have it set at. So like this URL here, you can't change it out because it's backlinking to your tiers, to the links that you're making, basically. So once you have the first one, it's pretty easy. This is Tier 3, secondary. This is basically the kitchen sink tier, which I like the kitchen tier, or the kitchen sink tier because, it's spam, basically. But you have to be more careful with GSA, with spamming your website. So this is spamming your tier 2 links, basically. And then this one is spamming your tier 2 contextual links. And tier 1, secondary, is doing your contextual links too. So basically what you are trying to do is you're making like a moat. So you have your castle, which is your money site, and then you make your moat around it. Your moat around it is your contextual links and your tier 1 links. And then like your rank whiz, your FCS, your Web 2.0, the good links that you control so they won't go down, like your PBNs, like that type of links. And then you have a third one around that one, and that one links to the tier 2, which is your contextual links, and then those are going to link to your money site. So basically, you know, to your money site itself, you probably are only going to have, you know, it depends on how many links you do in RankWiz, but you're going to have maybe 70 submits a day, so it's not going to be like overbearing. Panda's not going to be like, oh, you're having too many links coming in. So that's pretty much how I do my websites. A different way to import your links, I'll show you off my desktop. Okay, so I have 10 VPSs that just do scraping. They don't do anything else than scraping. And I have them sent to the Dropbox, then I pull them off my Dropbox. And I put them in this folder because this one means that these need to be cleaned by me and see if they're able to be posted on. And there's 150,000 files in here, and each file only has 1,000 links on it. And I did that because that's how my scripts are set up. But so what I do is I go to the C prompt, and then I need to open up. I make a folder on my C drive called merge, and I take the earliest date, which is 4/10, and I move about 1,000 over. That's 7,000, way too much. It's 14. So, okay, so there's 965. So I just drag it over to my merge. And then they'll be like removed from this folder now. Okay, so then I close that one. So now there's 965 in there. So in my C prompt, I go cd ... cd ... and it goes back to my regular C drive. So I go cd merge. cd merge because I have the folder named merge, and it's in my C drive. Now I go copy \b *text, and I name it clean 429.txt. Now it's merging all of those files together into one text. And let's see, it's right there. Right click it, edit with Notepad. How many lines are in there? 961,000. Okay. Oops. So now I just remove all those extra ones out. Okay, so now I have a file that's 961,000 lines that I want to see if it can post on GSA. So it would take me 30 minutes to move that file over, so I moved over this file earlier today, so it would already be on there. So let me see if I have this one set up right. Okay, so that one goes to nowhere. Okay, so I'll show you two different ways. So what I would do, because it's not cleaned, I can highlight all the projects and right-click it, import target URLs from File, and it's named File 1. I want to randomize it, and do I want to split it? I probably should split it because I think it's a big file. It's like 1 million and something. So that's one way of cleaning a list. The other way, I gotta wait till it's done. It should be pretty quick. We'll check on the creator why it's doing that. All right, let's see. Now it wants me to verify it. So I mean, it works sometimes. It doesn't work sometimes. You can buy Hotmails too. That's just another option. Okay. So it imported 1,000,000 lines. Click OK. So that's one way to do it. And then you would just hit start because it's going to post on that text file that I just merged. Okay. So that's one way to do it. That's my favorite way to do it because I have so many files that I just need to get it cleaned out. All right. So I'm going to delete the target URL and the target history URL. All right. So that means that now that target URL I just imported is gone. Okay, so this is a different way to do it. I got to click on identified to get them to save there. Okay. And you would have to go through each project and do this. You click on edit, click options. Actually, I think I can do all of them. I right click, modify a project, edit engines and options. We'll try to do it this way. And I'm going to use URLs from the global list if it's enabled and verified. Okay. Let's see if it saved it. Go back to edit and options. Verified. Okay, so now all these lists are going to post on my verified list. So like that 100,000 verified list that I gave you guys, it'll post to that if I have it in there. This is also a way to clean them. You modify this, or not modify, duplicate it, everything, and I just name it Holly's cleaning file. Cleaning file. Click OK. And I'm going to ungroup it. So modify project, move to group, and I'm going to move it to Holly's ultimate template. And now it's right here, Holly's cleaning file. So now it's moved into there. Okay, so I click edit, and now I just want to put a random URL in there. So we'll just do, I usually clean on Google or something like that, like you can do NBC News, whatever. And I don't really care much what the keywords say, so I'll just copy and paste those out. Over here, I'm going to check none because I want article, blog, directory, exploit form, guestbook, image, index, or microblog, pingback, refer, RSS, social, bookmark, trackback, shortener, and wikis. And hopefully that carried all the articles over. There's an article in there. My options are good. Okay. If I was pulling them off identified, like if I identified it first, then I would click that and then click on identified, but I'm not doing that. That takes too long. Email verification. I'm going to put some new ones in there. And click OK. All right. So this is just a cleaning file. You right click, you import from file again, and you pick the same file 1. All right, so I'm not going to click it because it takes too long. So that file would be imported, and it's going to be saved in identified and verified. The ones that can be posted will be saved in the verified. That's why these other ones here, if you click edit, it's just going to post off the verified list, which is right there. So you know that these links are going to work because it's posting off the verified list. So you have one cleaning and one posting to the verified list. You save time kind of that way. Another option, like if you have a lot of time and you don't want to clean it that way, you can click Tools, Import URLs, Identify Platform, and Sort In from File. and you click that file 1, and it'll identify it for you. The only problem with that is if like there's a website that's down or something, or it has too much traffic, it's going to come in as unknown, and so you're really not going to know if it's unknown or not. So that's a way. I can't really think of anything else. Rolly or Robert, do you want to add anything?
Hello, yes, we have a lot of people that have some
One
questions.
of the things I know. Oh, go ahead, Robert.
Go ahead, Rolly.
No, one of the things I just wanted to mention is that a lot of people on the GSA forums are split between sorting and identifying and posting to a project to find out where all your targets is. Posting to a project to find out what your targets is, it eats up way less resources on your system than identifying and sorting, because identifying and sorting is a completely separate process all by itself. So if you're running a lot of projects and you want to make sure you're using the maximum amount of resources to post to projects, just set up a blank project and post to it and save the verified, and it will be much better on the entire system than the sort and identify process.
Yeah, I used to do the sorting and identifying, and I found out that it just, like I had to have them off for like 3-4 days at a time.
Yeah, the big thing that sorting and identifying does is there's certain certain blog platforms, certain wiki platforms that allow both posting of articles and posting of blog comments or image comments. And if you sort and identify, what it will do is it will actually go to the platform and the URL, and it will look to see if it matches any of the possible platforms that GSA can post to. Well, if you just do a project and start posting to it, unless you have it set to continually post to a location, it will figure out whatever the first one it can post to. So if it can post the first time it looks, it might try to post an article to it. Well, you might not, then you're losing out on the fact that you can still also post a comment or an image comment to it. That's the only downside to creating projects. So one of the ways I get around that is I have one cleaning project per platform grouping, and I just dump the files into each cleaning project, and it goes through and builds them out individually. So one for articles, one for direct blog comments, one for image comments, type thing that I know that have some overlap.
So you have probably 6 projects then, right?
I think I have 8 total. So articles, blog comments, forum, image, guest, Web 2.0 wiki, I think are all the ones that I have. Because those are the ones that I found, and I've talked to other people that have a possibility to have both an article-based content and some type of comment or like comment style or forum or guest post associated with them. Because say you have a website that has a Web 2.0 blog on it, and it allows comments as well. Well, you could register for the Web 2.0 blog and be able to post an article. Then you can actually, the sneaky way to do it is find out your own articles URL, and you can post comments to your own articles with multiple LSI keywords. It boosts that post's ability to have backlinks. So that's the way I do it. It's a little less. It's less time than doing the sort in and identify, but it's a little bit more time than just doing a single project.
Okay, so it was articles, blog comment,
articles, blog comments, forum, guest post, image comments, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wikis, Web 2.0s.
Do you use Search Engine?
No, I have used them in the past, but I never got good results from them. But I used them at the very beginning when they first came out, and it just they were having a lot of trouble with platforms changing their engine so fast that they couldn't keep up. So there was a lot of failed posts.
Okay, I'm just putting a note on here so I can remember to.
I find I get about an extra 10 to 20% possible links doing it that way.
Are you using Hotmails too?
Actually, I use, for the videos, I use the catch mail like you do. But for web, like money sites, I actually use my own registered. I pick up, cheap domains and just use the domain, just make hundreds of accounts off the same domain.
So you're doing like a catch-all?
Yeah, type thing. Yep. With my.
I don't know how to set up a catch-all, so
with whatever hosting company. Yeah.
I don't know how to set up a catch-all. Otherwise, I probably would. But don't they get blacklisted quicker?
No, not necessarily. Depending on what hosting provider you set up with. Like GoDaddy ones, if you host it on GoDaddy, it gets blacklisted pretty quickly just because there's so many thousands of accounts on GoDaddy.
But if you're hosting on like Host9 or HostGator?
Yeah, Host9, HostGator, Site5, any of those, medium to smaller size ones seem to be perfectly fine. There's less spammers that want to use those as hosting or email providers or whatnot.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking about, because I was reading also people said, they're going to get a higher percentage for the contextual ones, which you want for your website, and they said use your catch-all, and I'm like, I don't know how to set up a catch-all, so I'm using Hotmails for right now.
Exactly, and if you're doing churn and burn type websites for affiliate marketing or whatever, that's one of the best things to repurpose that website for. So you 301 it somewhere if that's still viable. Then you just take the domain and just start building out emails under the domain, and if you're doing 1 or 2 a month, you have thousands of free emails from that perspective.
All right.
So, but I think Robert had a few questions.
Yes, I'd like to encourage everybody to put all your questions in the chat box right now because we're going to go in depth about anything you'd like to know about Holly strategies with GSA. And now's your chance. This webinar will be recorded and added to the members area, so you'll be helping everybody. Anybody who has a question, go ahead right now. Larry is asking, do you use Content Machine for your articles? He wants to know where you get your articles from.
I get my articles from, I use Rapid Content Wizard. You can use like Content Machine. You can use Article Builder. I just put like easy repair. And you can edit, like I only want paragraph size of 100 and target words of 100, but that's for my videos. For my website rankings, I would put 500 of each of those in.
Larry is also asking, what were you...
Also go to iWriter,
Okay.
Go ahead, Robert.
Larry is also asking, what were you cleaning earlier when you were doing the cleaning?
What was I cleaning? I was cleaning a scraped list from Scrapebox and GScraper. So I was scraping a bunch of places that I wanted to try to post on for GSA. And I was cleaning that list.
And Alex would like to know what is the main difference between a GSA campaign for Hangouts and a GSA campaign for regular site promotion.
Because for website, we're filtering it at 500, or sorry, we're filtering it at 70 submissions daily. And Hangouts, we are not filtering at all. We're all out. You do as many as you can do in a day. And there's so many more options that we have. If you click on the options, here we're not posting on, we're skipping sites that have more than 50 outgoing links in a page, so you're not posting on a spammer page. You just have, it's filtering back how many daily links you get, so you're not going to get hit with a penalty.
Norbert is asking, will you update your template with the cleaning processes Rolly just mentioned?
Yeah, Rolly, that's okay if I add them in there, yeah?
Oh yeah, that's not a problem. It's pretty standard on the GSA forums that people do things in a similar ways.
Okay, yeah, I'll add them in there.
Again, very simply, Scott Rogers is asking, cleaning means what?
Cleaning means that you're cleaning the links from scraping. You're cleaning it to see if you can post it on GSA. If you can post on GSA, then it goes into your verified folder, and then you can post on your verified folder. Your verified is like your gold list. Like, it's worth a lot of money because, it's worth a lot to you because you know that you can post on there with GSA. You're not wasting resources like that.
What was the other content source that you mentioned, Holly?
Rapid Content Wizard,
Is that
Content
Rapid?
Machine, which is like, I don't know, I think it's $38 a month, Content Machine is. Article Builder, and you can go to like iWriter and get an article made for $2 or $3 if you want to be picky about some of your backlinks. Go and have them done by iWriter. I mean, there's options like that.
Yeah, you can pretty much get content from anywhere. There's Content Machine, Article Builder, Wicked Article Creator, PL. You can GSA has the ability to pull in PLR articles. It can actually, you can point it directly to an article on the web and it will pull in the direct content. So it all depends on how spammy or legitimate you want your content to be.
Yeah.
The one thing I do know is Content Machine on GSA has the ability to import directly into all the fields, which is a nice feature.
Will they do it through like an API or something?
Yeah, so if you open up your GSA quick and go to any one of your, go to the Holly cleaning one, and if you go to Tools at the bottom, yeah, and then Autofill, and those are all the content sources that you can autofill. And if you go over Use Content Machine, there's an import. And what you do is you point it to the article the Content Machine builds out with the GSA template built directly into Content Machine. It'll fill out all the bookmarking pieces, all the video pieces, all the article pieces. And what you can do is if Content Machine can build out 50 articles at a time. So what you can do is actually select all 50, and what it will do is we'll pick the first one and place it in all the data options and then add all 50 to the article manager, which is a nice quick feature.
Yeah, that will save a lot of time.
Yeah, instead of having, like, with the Rapid Article Wizard, you have to copy and paste titles and whatnot, but with this, it basically, like I say, it pulls in every single piece. So the other thing is with Content Machine, you have the ability to put your own images and videos within the articles built directly into it. No different than Rapid Article Wizard there. But when it builds the GSA template for that article, so if you're posting to a video platform, it'll actually put the videos that you choose. So if you have 10 YouTube videos with their YouTube URL IDs in there, it'll actually put them into the GSA place for the video location and all that type of stuff. So they've worked together pretty good to make that import pretty seamless.
Do you like the content from Content Machine? Is that what you use? Because when I used it 6 months ago, it was okay, but it was unreadable.
They added a tier 1 level that seems to be, like, I won't say it's stellar scholar content, but it's readable and semi-usable. And then actually they have a tier 2 and tier 3 that's completely unreadable spam that you just want to get your anchor text in. But Article Builder like if you're doing affiliate or some localized, Article Builder seems to be the better place to get readable articles. And then if iWriter or any of the actual writer places seems to be the if you actually want true human read content for your tier 1.
I'm gonna have to try that out then.
It saves me a lot of time.
Okay, Robert.
Thank you, Rolly. Holly, Scott Rogers has a question. He has a client with 4,000 plus photos, and they are housed at Image Shack. He wants to know how he could use them in GSA for content and links to their money site.
To be honest, what I would do is I would set up 20, let me see, there's 4,000 of them. Where's my calculator? So you could set up 10. So, that's too much, 400. You could set up maybe, I would set up 16 to 20 template number ones and put like 250 or so of those links in each of the templates. You import it as a text file or something, or as a clipboard, and put the keywords that you want to do in there and just fire at it and see what happens. I mean, it's the same way of how I would do with my Web 2.0s. That's how I would do my Web 2.0s.
Dennis is adding here about cleaning. He wants to know, how does it get verified or cleaned? What service or process?
GSA, when GSA posts to it, that's when it's getting cleaned and that's when it's getting verified.
Regarding
Rolly just put this in the chat box, the leadingarticles.com. Do you use this?
I have in the past. It's not cheap, but it's actually human written and spun articles, and you get basically get a pack of articles and videos, content and bookmark content for about $12. So for $12 you get one ultra spinnable premium article plus unique video, or 5 mini articles and 5 unique videos type thing. So you can actually, it's very good content for tier 1 Web 2.0 or tier 1 PBN or pretty much any tier 1 type content. But like I say, I only use it for high-end campaigns that I know is going to be audited by human eyes at some point.
Article.
Holly, have you or Rolly heard of